Okay, if you've been waiting to move your Windows 11 taskbar anywhere besides the bottom of your screen, today is your day. I was digging through the settings on the latest Windows 11 build, honestly just poking around the way you do when an update drops, and I stumbled on something that genuinely surprised me. There's a section I'd never noticed before. It's called Feature Flags. And inside it, sitting quietly with no announcement, no fanfare, is the ability to move your taskbar to the top, left, or right of your screen. Not a registry hack, not third-party software, it's built right in. I tested it for a full week before making this video, so I'm going to walk you through exactly how to find it, how to set it up properly, and the few things you should know before you switch. Here's the context, in case you're new to this whole thing. Windows 10 lets you drag your taskbar to any edge of the screen, top, left, right, bottom, wherever you wanted it. It was one of those features you might not think about, but millions of people relied on it. When Windows 11 launched in 2021, that feature was gone, completely removed. The taskbar was locked to the bottom with no way to change it. And honestly, the response was massive. Over 28,000 people upvoted the request on Microsoft's Feedback Hub. It became the single most requested feature for Windows 11. Reddit threads, YouTube videos, forum posts. People really cared about this one. Now, to be fair, Microsoft never said they'd never bring it back. They just said they were evaluating it for 4 years. But here's the thing I discovered. They didn't just bring it back in a polished, finished way. They quietly parked it inside a developer testing menu most users never open. I only found it because I was curious about something else entirely. Let me show you. All right, follow along with me. This takes about 2 minutes. Step 1. Open your Settings app. Click on Windows Update. Step 2. From the Windows Update page, click Windows Insider Program. Step 3. Below the enrollment section, you'll see an area labeled Feature Flags. It's easy to miss because there's no icon, no highlight, it just sits there quietly. This is essentially a testing dashboard for features that Microsoft's engineers are working on. Some of these features will ship to everyone in a future update. Some are experiments that might go in a completely different direction. The terminology is a bit technical. Toggles, flags, experimental settings. But you don't need to understand all of it. I'll tell you exactly which ones matter. Scroll down until you find one called Alternate Taskbar Position. Mine is right here at the top. Turn this on. That's the one you came for. Hit Apply Changes. Your PC needs to restart for this to take effect. I'll wait. Moving the taskbar. After the restart, head to Settings, Personalization, Taskbar. Scroll down to Taskbar Behaviors. Expand it. And there it is. Taskbar Position, a drop-down menu with 4 options. Bottom, top, left, right. Let me show you how each one looks. Here's the taskbar on top. Start menu opens downward. System tray moves with it. Everything feels clean and natural. Now the left side. Vertical taskbar. Pinned apps stacked down the left edge. If you've used a vertical monitor setup or just prefer having apps on the side, this is for you. Now the right side. Same vertical layout, just mirrored. And here's a tip I learned after using this for a week. If you're going vertical, left or right, you need to change one setting to make it actually usable. Under Taskbar Behaviors, find Combine Taskbar Buttons and Hide Labels. Switch it to Never. Here's why. On a vertical taskbar, if labels are hidden, you get a narrow column of identical icons with no text. File Explorer looks like Chrome, looks like Settings, looks like everything else. It's impossible to navigate quickly. With labels on, each open window gets its own labeled button. You can actually read what you're clicking. The vertical layout suddenly makes sense. Things to know before you switch. Now, a few honest notes from someone who used this for a full week. Auto hide limitation. If you use auto hide on your taskbar, where it slides away until you mouse over it, that currently only works with the bottom position. Move your taskbar to the top, left, or right with auto hide enabled, and it just stays visible. It's not a bug. Microsoft's documentation confirms they're still working on auto hide support for alternate positions. So if auto hide is essential to your workflow, stay at the bottom for now. Otherwise, you'll need to get comfortable with a permanently visible taskbar. Smaller taskbar. When you enable the smaller taskbar toggle, your icons shrink. On a laptop screen, this might seem useful, more space for windows. But in practice, if you have more than 10 or so pinned apps, things get cramped fast. Icons become hard to distinguish at a glance. I kept it on for 3 days and turned it back off. Alignment. On a horizontal taskbar, top or bottom, center alignment with the Start menu in the middle looks great. On a vertical taskbar, center alignment doesn't make structural sense. The Start button sits oddly in the middle of the column. Switch to left alignment, and everything snaps into place logically. Other useful features. Types. While you're in the Feature Flags menu, there are other toggles that are worth enabling. These aren't related to the taskbar, but they genuinely improved my day-to-day experience. We will be looking at all of these in my next video. For now, the rest of the flags in that menu, honestly, leave them alone. Some are genuinely experimental, unfinished features that could cause instability. Stick to the alternate taskbar position, and you'll be fine. So that's it. After 4 years, the most requested Windows 11 feature is finally here, just tucked away where most people won't look. I've been using the top position taskbar for a full week now. It took about 2 days to rebuild the muscle memory, but now the bottom feels weird. It's one of those changes that seems small until you live with it. If this helped you set up your taskbar the way you actually want it, drop a like. It genuinely helps the channel. And if you're into discovering practical Windows features before they hit the mainstream updates, subscribe. I find this stuff so you don't have to spend your afternoon digging through developer menus. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.